sorry, Joe. Once then, one asks the question, with the lessons that we have learned with the by-election that stands now, there has to be an agenda, there has to be a strategy that we have to take back to Wananchi for them to say, because UDA got to power and predominantly got a lot of votes from Mount Kenya, Ol Kalou being one of the areas where UDA got votes. Now that we see it has lost that vote, what is the strategy that will take back to the people so that it is not a protest vote against us, but because the people will vote based off the agenda that is on the table and pick that which resonates with them?
How did we lose Mount Kenya when we won in Mbeere North?
I said lost Ol Kalou.
Yeah, you mentioned Mount Kenya. That's why I'm asking. So
I said,
we're just talking about Ol Kalou.
Let me just correct.
Yes.
I said UDA won Mount Kenya in 2022, and Ol Kalou was one of them, which has lost right now as we speak. So what is the strategy that UDA, you as the president of Gen Z within UDA, is employing so that we do not see a protest vote against the party, but let it be a vote on who has the best agenda on the table? That's my question.
We have to respect the will of the people, and that is what I'm happy about yesterday. Honestly, I'm very, very happy. Before I saw immediately I saw the poster, I was ish about the show because I didn't know the results of the election, But again, after, realizing that my party leader or my leaders in the party, embraced, conceded, and accepted defeat, I thought it is wise also to be here and to appreciate. Sometimes, just look at that election. This is an election whereby, past by election, you realize these political parties, every time we win, the opposition will come and say we are headed to court. We disagree. The institution this, the institution that. But again, for us as UDA party, that's why when we talk about parties, being formed on basis of ideologies, we need also to learn. Even as we are growing, political parties also need to learn. More especially from us as UDA. You saw how we, how we responded to the results yesterday. How many political parties will do that? Most political parties right now utawapata wameenda milimani, wameenda high court, wameanza ku prepare defense and all that. But for us, we have accepted, and that's what we are asking other political parties as we head to 2027. The same way we did yesterday. Very early, by 7 p.m., 8 p.m, tuliinua mikono tukasema, congratulations, please, as we head to 2027, pia sisi tukishinda free, fair and square, tafadhali fanya kenye tumefanya pia.
Na mkishindwa mtafanya chenye mfanya.
We will do that, but that's not an option. That's not an option for us. Because we are very sure what we have done as a government and where we are headed to. We know that the people, we are the party, we are the coalition with the best manifesto, with the best agenda. Of course, like you said.
But isn't that the same agenda and manifesto you are selling in Ol Kalou that was highly rejected?
No, that's an MP. We are not talking an MP. We are talking about the president now for the country. It could be different. Our agenda for Ol Kalou, that was totally different. Of course, for the some Mushina and all that. But now as we go to the nationally, we realize that we have a manifesto, we have an agenda, and we lay it out sooner or later. And people, I'm very sure, will buy that.
My answer has not yet been answered. My question has not been answered.
Okay, go ahead. Let's ask
mine is very simple.
Yes.
What is the strategy that we are employing of the lessons that we've learned that we will place for the people not to have a protest vote, but a vote based off an agenda that resonates with them?
That's what I've explained. I've told you it first starts with the political party. Start from at the political party. The moment we accept, we are ready to accept those results. That shows maturity. That shows that even the people will be able to, to agree with us. Because when you see a party leader comes and says, no, we disagree with those results, then the people will not even trust the institutions.
So maturity in the acceptance of results is a strategy for how to go ahead?
One of the strategies, of course, one of the strategies. But again, we are going back to the people, to listen to them. Where did we go wrong? What did you really want? Now we will also learn from the other leader. What did he sell? Maybe that's what the people wanted.
Yeah.
And then maybe we'll rebrand ourselves and go back to the people.
Okay.
And that is to MP aspirants. But
Is
the
there
president
an
is totally
option
different.
that we get sufficient feedback indicating rejection? You also can decide not to run. The president can decide not to be on the ballot if the people outrightly reject from your seeking feedback.
Sorry?
Is that an option? That as a party, as you try to find out what you need to change, that people outrightly indicate they have rejected William Ruto, can he also decide not to be on the ballot? Is that
it's
an
not
option?
an option. It's not an option. What will just happen? It will help us, to fill in the gaps where we failed or something.